Dear son, if you are reading this, it's because I'm gone, and you are courageous enough to carry out my dying wishes, to continue the work we've been asked to do. You have already, at such a young age, shown yourself to be courageous, strong-willed, and especially honest. I know you will not be troubled by what you are about to read. I know you will repeat it even to those who call you a liar. Even if they tell you it is impossible, you will tell them that we have a lot to learn from the impossible. While you were still tiny, soft, and prone to wiggle like a suckling kitten in your mother's arms, Elijah and Elisha came to us out of the wilderness. Elijah was weak with something like homesickness. He sensed his call to another life, and all of us could smell the exhaustion in his beard when we greeted him with a kiss. We pulled Elisha aside and counseled the young man as we would our own sons. He asked us to be silent because he knew that all we said would be reliable and true. The young one rushed back to his old companion. Elijah told the young man that he was called away, and Elisha insisted on going along. It was almost as if the boy didn't know what else to do. We all followed, wandering and wondering which one of us would be asked to catch this young man in our arms if he were struck down with the loss of his beloved teacher. In the next place we stopped, all the other prophets gathered with us and tried to speak to Elisha. He believed us, but wouldn't let us speak to him. Finally, Elijah led all of us out to the edge of the Jordan. He removed his covering and spread it like a fishing net over the edge of the river. It slowly seemed to spread out and absorb enough water so that they could walk across it like a cloak spread across a muddy road. They went as far as the other shore, and we saw a shape like a chariot but made of flames come down, sweep up the faithful prophet, and rise until it was nothing more than a speck of light, like a fire sparks and spittle. Elisha returned to us and confessed he had asked for too much, to have a double share of his, Elijah's, spirit. We comforted him by telling him that perhaps it was not so foolish to want to serve God in this way. We pledged to help him, knowing that we would need to band together to replace such a prophet as Elijah. Even if they tell you that this is just a story, I know you will say to your critics that you tell the stories that need to be heard, because you are not in the business of convincing anyone that your words are true. That is God's work. Now that I'm gone, you will need to question the fanciful stories I gave you. You will not be able to ask me, what does this mean? The way you used to love to. Untangling the knots I tied for you will comfort you in my absence. You will learn in the unraveling how to interpret the old stories with wisdom and heart. Remember, you do not need to interpret this for those who do not want to learn from you. God breaks open the hearts of those who hate the truth you tell. Learn from this and all the mysteries. Your loving parent.